What's going on, guys? It's Luke22SV here, and welcome to the 15th round of the career mode today here for this Singapore Grand Prix. And coming off the back of another win in Italy, I think it was our second win in a row as well after winning in Belgium as well. We're looking quite strong in the championship-wise, but coming into a track where I am a bit weaker at. We're currently down in P15 in qualifying. Lando Norris on provisional pole, who's got work to do in order to get back into the championship fight. And yeah, so for the first time on this track on the wheel, I was not expecting too many big things, and of course I kind of was right with my expectations down in P15, but hopefully we can have a better lap and hopefully get towards the top 10 at least. But yeah, still got to build up the confidence on the wheel and everything just to get quick enough, and hopefully, apparently the handling is going to be better on F1 2020, so maybe that'll suit me better or worse. Hopefully suit me better, but we'll find out when we get to F1 2020. But for now, we're just going to run down this last few career mode races before F1 2020, where everything will start to look pretty decent, hopefully, in the grand scheme of things on my career, on my YouTube. But at the moment, we're up on our previous time, but taking a poor line into that hairpin may have halted us a little bit. But we're up on our time. We should at least gain a few positions on where we are at the moment, down in P15. Lando Norris getting a good qualifying, needs that to really get back in the championship fight, and Verstappen as well is needing to get points back after he lost them in Italy to us as well. But yeah, Butler finished 4th, I think it was, in the end in Monza, and Norris 5th. We're ahead of all our championship rivals. Had a good weekend in Monza, and hopefully we can carry it on into this weekend as well. But as we cross the line, where's it going to put us on the grid? It's actually going to put us a little bit further back. We're going to be P17, even though we improved on that lap time. We're down in P17, so who knows where it would have been without that. But our teammates only down in 12th, so perhaps the Red Bull is not looking too happy in qualifying this weekend for whatever reason. Neither Red Bull in the top 10, so it's our weekend to bottle it. Hulkenberg is behind us, so only the two Hasses are behind us, and Alex Albon, who's had a problem day as well. Gasly starting in 13th, so Toro Rosso's neither Red Bull in the top 10, neither Red Bull car in the top 10. So we head towards the race then. So yeah, should be pretty interesting then, starting from where we are. Hopefully we got better race pace than we're doing qualifying. Hopefully we can keep out the wall as well, because that's something I've still got to improve, is mistakes as well. I make a lot of mistakes, even in the last couple of races alone. You've probably seen a few mistakes, particularly in Belgium. But we'll get on to the grid lineup then for this race. Of course, Devin Butler is the man on pole position in the end, so he got ahead of his teammate, and Lucas Weber alongside him. Hamilton 3rd, Ricciardo 4th, and Norris is nowhere. Russell 5th, Vettel 6th, Bottas decides, Leclerc, and then Verstappen's 10th. So that must be it. And Norris had a penalty, so Gasly 12th, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Perez, Stroll, myself, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, and Albon. So the one day it goes well for Norris, he's struck with a penalty. It's rotten luck for him, but he's really not looking like he's going to be in the championship fight anymore. Pretty much it's a 3-horse race, but we head on to those 5 red lights, and anything can change, of course. We'll never know in the next few races, as we're away in Singapore for what will probably be the longest race of this career mode. And we have that car behind us trying to sneak past us, but we dive into turn 1, make a little bit of contact with the Force India there, the racing point rather, of Sergio Perez. We've got a car of Lance Stroll on the outside of us. We force him out wide. We're not allowing him through there. We're up into P16, so we've gained 1 position so far on the start. So I think we've got ahead of Lance Stroll, who's obviously a long way behind his teammate as per usual on this career mode. I'm not sure why that is, why Lance Stroll's got so little pace. But going into the next corner, we can see that the Gasly and Perez are side by side, and that's slowed them down a lot. We're going to take the opportunity to dive down the inside into the next corner, and we've actually made contact with Sergio Perez there, and Gasly's in the wall. We've lost a bit of front wing there thanks to Perez. He just tapped us on the side, and the safety car is out for the 4th consecutive race on the first lap. So we had one in Hungary, had one in Belgium, had one in Italy, and now we've got another one in Singapore. So we're going to come back to the pits, and we're going to swap out a front wing again. Same thing we've done in Hungary and Italy, really. Just swapping out the front wing and hopefully going to the end of the race. It's really cheap, but we've actually got some front wing damage. It's happened in all the three of the last 4 races. We've had front wing damage on the first lap. We haven't been too lucky. That one wasn't really any fault of our own, to be honest. We were fighting with Perez, and he just came and sort of swiped at us, to be honest, a little bit like he did to Sorokin a couple years ago on this race. But yeah, we're going to be coming into the pits then. I think Gasly might be coming into the pits as well, so Gasly might be in a good position as well towards the end of the race. Yeah, it's a bit cheap, but it could do well for us towards the end of the race. But of course, plenty of racing still left to go. If everything happens, and we could end up falling behind, a pit stop behind in the next few laps if we get held up. It's not easy to overtake around this track, of course, so we're coming in to put that new front wing on, and those medium tyres as well, and there you can see Gasly in that stricken Toro Rosso, and we're trying to leave the pits there. So we'll have to see what happened there, why Gasly's in the pits and why Perez decided he would take a swipe at us. So yeah, thanks a lot to Perez. 2 cars perhaps are coming back to the pits for new front wings, but honestly, if we didn't have any front wing damage, then we probably wouldn't have even pitted. But yeah, I'm not going to go around with a broken front wing when I could change it. But here's the start from our perspective, though. We got past, I think it was Lance Stroll. Of course, we were starting ahead of both the Hasses and Albon. And then you can see Devon Butler leading the way, and Hamilton and Weber and everyone else following through. Norris fighting with a Williams there just ahead of us, but we're fighting off Stroll here as we head towards the next corner, and sort of Constantine's up a little bit, and then Perez and Gasly going side by side. So we took the chance to try to dive down the inside of a pair of them. We came locked a bit with Perez, and then he took a little swipe at us as well. We lose a bit of front wing. I think he kept all his front wing, so for some reason our front wing's made out of cheese and theirs is made out of titanium. But here we go. Here's the onboard with Gasly. A bit of an unfortunate passenger here. He was just going through the corner. He probably didn't even realise that it was free abreast, and yeah, he sort of just got tapped by Perez. Into the wall he goes, and unfortunately for him, he's going to have to go back to the pits. But also, fortunately for him, he's going to not have to pit again. He may end up getting on the podium as well, like Perez did in Italy as well, just like we did. But yeah, we're now on the restart then, and we're starting on lap 4. We've got a few cars ahead of us. Hulkenberg, we'll probably want to get past them soon. Almost running into the back of him there. We're very close to Hulkenberg. But yeah, now we're prepared to go overtaking. We're prepared to go racing yet, but no overtaking yet. So we're going to come around the last corner to restart this race then. And yeah, we've got cold tyres, so we're a little bit tentative as well, because we're still prone to mistakes at the moment on the wheel. It's still quicker, but yeah, just trying to warm him up there. Let's put Gasly a little bit interested in us, but we're going to just ignore that for the time being. And hopefully we can focus on getting Hulkenberg now. That's our next target. We're getting past Hulkenberg and just driving off into the distance, maybe taking on a few cars. Don't want to lose too much time. Of course, we just want to pretty much just get the car to the end. Now the race is pretty much over for us. We don't have to pit again, but just if we keep the car on the road, we should be in a good position comes to the end of the race. But at the moment, anything can happen in this race still. There could be more accidents, could be more safety cars, which would probably neutralise the situation a little bit. But Hulkenberg, he's looking a bit slow at this point. We're not looking too quick either. We haven't got too much confidence yet. I'm sure hopefully give it time and I'll be able to attack this track a little bit more and have a little bit stronger AI as well, perhaps. But at the moment, it's still 95. It's still the same AI I had on the controller. So for whatever reason, I had higher AI on F1 2018. I found that one a little bit easier, perhaps F1 2018, than this one. I think it's only 95 on this one, but hopefully come F1 2020 I'll be back on Ultimate AI, and yeah, that'll be ideal. But here you can see we're still a little bit behind Hulkenberg, and hopefully hoping to get past him fairly sharpish, because we don't want to lose too much time stuck behind him, and we definitely want to get him out of the way, of course. But yeah, we'll just try and get past him now. He's going very slowly around these last few corners, and we should be able to get a decent run on him coming out of the last corner. Whether we can do that now, as yeah, surely this is going to be a move that we can make happen without DRS. It's not enabled yet. We've got a nice little toe on him, and surely we'll get past him. Yes, we do. We dived down the inside. He almost looked like he was going to defend on us then, but yeah, he doesn't in the end. So we got past him. Up into the 18th we go. And now our next target is Alexander Albon in the in the other Toro Rosso. So Yeah, we now move on to the end of lap 5 and moving on to lap 6. A few cars coming into the pits, and Butler is of course the race leader. He's pitted and he's behind us, so we're in a pretty comfortable position here, and so maybe if they extended it a few more laps they might have ended up in a better position, but yeah, we're not actually looking that strong at the moment. We're struggling to make an impact on Albon and a few cars ahead. Maybe we're just managing the pace a little bit, but we are quicker than Gasly, so we've actually managed to get a little bit of a gap to Gasly, which is okay. Our pace isn't completely terrible, it's just not fantastic. 1.9 seconds to gap to Gasly, so after he managed to get past Hulkenberg, I guess, and Hulkenberg pitted as well, so yeah, now we've just got to try and keep the car on the track, keep the car on the road, and yeah, just bring it home really, and hopefully, well, Gasly's probably our main rival at the moment for this win. If anyone's going to stop us, it's probably going to be Gasly, but yeah, it's very cheap, but unfortunately it's just not going to be at all easy for me to qualify to record 50% races, and there's no point really changing it with just like a few races left to go anyway on this career mode before F1 2020. I'll try and maybe think about recording a 50% race, seeing how it goes, but not a lot of people watch my videos, so yeah, it's just whether if more people start watching it, and then maybe I will put more effort into it, because you know that to have like not that many viewers and just put so much effort is just frustrating, but our teammate comes into pits anyway, more cars coming into the pits, and we're moving up into P6 then P5, so yeah, we're looking fairly strong now. Albon's ahead of us, and he's on the medium tyres. He may play a team game actually here if if Toro Rosso had their thinking caps on as we sort of cut the first corner a little bit by accident, then they'd back me into Gasly. That's what I would do if I was at Toro Rosso, but of course they're the sister team, so maybe they wouldn't do that too much. So we've got DRS now on Albon. We've actually managed to catch him up. I guess he's on, well, he's only really on one lap older tyres than we are, but yeah, we've caught up with Albon a little bit, not just by cutting corners as you would have seen there, but yeah, we're closing up to Albon, and hopefully we can get past him fairly sharpish, and well, hopefully he'll be in a pit soon anyway, so we can focus and just drive to the end of this race in first place, with just 7 laps left to go after this one's done. Yeah, we should be fine, but yeah, closing in on Albon now. We don't want to make too many risks trying to get past him. We just want to do it at the easiest point, maybe at the next corner, but we're a little bit too far back this time when we try to get close to him. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, now the one we got close enough to Albon, we're not actually getting close enough to overtake him. We're 2.2 seconds ahead of Gasly at the moment, so the gap's sort of not got any bigger really from the last time we checked, and not got any smaller really. So yeah, the gap's still being managed to Gasly. We're still just about quicker, I'd say, but yeah, we're just trying to get past Albon now because he's holding us up a little bit, but we just can't get close enough to overtake him. So hopefully we can get him on the next straight, but oh no, we've just spun it and we bottled it. Gasly takes the lead of the race, a provisional lead of the race. We're almost running into the wall. We've got a reverse. That's massive headache there. Butler carries on ahead of us, Faber carries on ahead of us, Hamilton carries on ahead of us. We've lost so many places there. We're in P6 now, so we've pretty much thrown away a potential win, and we're now in P5. Here's the replay of what happened in slow-mo. I don't know what happened here. We go over the curb, everything seems fine. Maybe we just got the power on too early and we just spun. You know, it's a little bit reminiscent perhaps of what happened to Vettel in 2018. Are we starting to bottle it with spins and things like that? I mean, we just carry on anyway, on to the next lap. And yeah, Albon's into the pits though. We're up into P5, so yeah, it's better now. I guess we've got 10 points instead of, well, what would have been 8. But, I mean, we should be on 25 points. But Gasly, he's leading the race. Gasly is leading the race with Toro Rosso. So the man that we got dropped by Red Bull is now in pole position to win this race. So yeah, Albon led the race as well. So Toro Rosso having a field day really after a poor qualifying. It's their time to shine, and not Red Bull's time to shine. Verstappen a little bit down the order as well. Russell though is starting to chase after us. We've lost a lot of confidence now since that spin, even more. So and a little bit of speed as well, and maybe a little bit of tyre wear as well, perhaps from that spin. Trying to get the car pointed in the right direction is so frustrating. But green flag, what's going on ahead of us? There seems to be some sort of problem. There's a yellow flag down ahead of us as well, so some car is going slowly, and it's Gasly, the race leader. Pierre Gasly is chance to win the race, and he's out of the race. Oh, that's terrible luck. But for whatever reason, it seems that we don't want to win the race today. We've thrown it away, and it's been thrown away for Gasly. So maybe it's a bit of karma, bad karma for us pitting on the first lap and getting a cheap pit stop. That we've resulted in a spin. He's ended up retiring with a problem, and Butler retakes the lead then. So Butler will be back in a good position to gain some points on this championship fight. But yeah, happy day to Butler, I guess. He was probably thinking, probably only third place at best. But now he's got his win that he probably deserves, more or less. But yeah, we're in P4, so a few extra points for us as well, which is handy. But in the grand scheme of things, Butler actually gains more points on us by actually taking a lead away from Gasly there. So we've got Russell behind us and Sebastian Vettel behind us as well. And Russell's now looking to get past us as well, and he maybe take 2 more points away from us, but he dives down the outside, we go back down the inside, and the gap was still there. Well, we've made a little bit of contact with him there, forcing them out wide and to concede the position. Vettel now is behind us, so we've got a work cut out really to keep hold of P4 at this point. Vettel is going to be looking very hungry to get past us as well. Been a bit of a mediocre season for Ferrari, in fact a terrible season for Ferrari. I don't think they've won a race this season, but Vettel coming alive here. He wants at least 4th place. He wants at least 12 points in this race and to get past us as well. But we are thinking about the championship here. If we have a few bad races ahead of us, we need to take as many points from the races that we're struggling at, which is this race. Of course, we started P17, of course, with a bad qualifying. So to finish P4 would be a massive highlight, really, of this weekend, because we weren't really expecting too much from qualifying P17, that we didn't have the pace, but we could get a lucky result. Even P4, even after we spun, it could be a good result in the end. So Verstappen as well, we don't know where he is. He's a little bit behind us, so we're gaining more points for Verstappen at this rate. And Norris, I don't know where Norris is. It's just, yeah, it looks like Norris is just going to be down and out in this championship fight. It's a little bit of a shame for him, but Vettel is following us at the moment, and Vettel is very hungry for our 4th place, and we're trying everything we can to keep him behind, but it's a question of whether we can or not in the last few laps of this race. As we come round, we're running a little bit wide, and our tyres are a lot older than Vettel's as well, so we have to take that into account, and especially probably a lot more worn as well. Vettel goes to the inside to attack, and we're going to try and defend on the outside. We do manage to keep hold of the position. He doesn't quite make the move stick, and we keep hold of the position for the time being, but surely is it only a matter of time before Sebastian Vettel will get past us in this race, having to defend for our lives here, and he's not going to get past here. It's not really an overtaking spot into that Singapore sling. It's just a pretty boring left-hander now, but yeah, to be fair to us, we've managed to keep it out of the wall in this race, although we managed to keep the car out the wall when we spun, and it almost hit the wall again when we were trying to spin it back round, and we had the reverse, which cost us even more time. We perhaps could have been a few positions ahead if we managed to keep the car, managed to spin the car around before that, actually, instead of actually pointing at the wall. But yeah, I guess that's just something that happened, and there was nothing we could have done about it. We should have just spun in the first place, but Vettel then, he's got 3 laps to go to get past us, and yeah, he's got to make it happen fairly quickly now. He's not running out of laps, but surely he can buy his time and get past us if he can, get it quickly. We're looking to defend at the moment going into turn 1, but we're really struggling at the moment on these tyres. Maybe just a little bit lacking in confidence now after our spin, and lacking in pace, of course. After that, we're just not got the confidence to attack this track anymore after losing that losing the lead of this race. But Vettel now, he's got a really good chance here to get past us. We're going to try and defend on the inside this time. It seems like a little bit of contact was made there as well, so maybe we squeezed him perhaps, and yeah, a little bit of contact between myself and Vettel. I'm not sure he'll be too happy about that, but we're just trying to defend for all it's worth. and yeah, Vettel was probably got to get past us very soon. Maybe that's not the best place to attack on that back straight there. He's got to try and find another way past if it's not going to work there. But Carlos Sainz as well, he's behind us now too. So Carlos Sainz in the Renault, the improving Renault. It's been pretty much a backmarker team for a lot of this career mode, particularly Season 2. You saw them both on the back row in Season 2, but now the improved Renault, he's looking for perhaps for a 4th place here. But Vettel now, perhaps he is going to make an overtake on the outside. But we run him wide, and he's in the wall. So Vettel he's crashed into the wall, and I don't think we made contact with him either. We just ran him out wide when we dived back down the inside, and Vettel is in the wall, and well, yeah, I don't know. What happened with Vettel? He's out of the race now though, so I'm not sure why Vettel was out of the race. Here's what happened with him. Were we at fault here? He did outbrake us a little bit, but we were on the inside. We didn't make contact with him. He just drove cleanly into the wall. I'm not sure why he did that, but yeah, I don't know why he ended up going out of the race. He started having a little dance there with the car, and yeah, he just decided I can't be arsed anymore, so I'm just going to retire, because there was pretty much no chance of him doing anything from there. But now we've got 2 laps left to go. Carlos Sainz is behind us now, and we're struggling to keep hold of P4 here. So Sainz, surely it's his turn now. We don't know what's happened to Russell. He's lost several amounts of places, and we lock up, and Carlos Sainz takes P4 away from us. So Sainz is on fire at the moment. He's got to get a good result here. And Verstappen's now behind us, so we've got to settle for P5. So we don't want to lose another position. 2.5 seconds to Verstappen behind us. So really, we just got to try and settle for this. I mean, our pace is poor anyway, but surely Verstappen won't get us in 2.5 seconds in 1.5 laps. I mean, well, actually, I don't know, to be honest. Our pace has been really bad, to be honest, since we spun. I mean, it wasn't too bad before that, but our tyres just don't seem to be up to it anymore. And Sainz is probably going to get away from us as well. So, yeah, we've pretty much lost the gap to Sainz now. He's going to get away from us. So, yeah, we can't attack Sainz with 1.5 laps to go. We can't retake P4. So, those 2 points, hopefully they won't matter too much at the end of the season. But there we go. We got Verstappen now 2 seconds behind us, and we just got to try and bring it home, really. Hopefully Verstappen doesn't overtake us on the last lap. I mean, we've overtaken him twice on the last lap at Silverstone and Austria to take the wins in that occasion, but to be fair, today it will only be P5. So for myself and Verstappen to end up next to each other on the last lap of the race again, yeah, it's going to be interesting. In fact, he's right behind us, so he gained so much time on that last lap, and yeah, he could even get past us here. So we've got to defend P5, and well, hopefully there'll be team orders. We run wide, and we're just struggling to keep the car on the track here. He's obviously got much fresher tyres than us. He's probably much more confident as well. But come on, we've got to keep hold of this position. We're not allowing Verstappen to get past us here. We've got to keep this position. Come on. We can't lose this position to Verstappen. Is he going to get past us? We're looking to defend in the middle of the track. He goes to the outside, and we lock up. And I don't know if there's any contact made there, but again, just the lack of confidence that we had would just force us to lock up. We keep hold of the position though, and for now, is there any more opportunities for Verstappen to get past us? So he's not going to get past us here. There's no chance of that happening. Even though he almost looked, I think, to make a move on us there. But he's probably got one more opportunity on the next straight coming up. But unless we get a good exit, he should be able to stop him. But we lock up, and we pull away. And are we going to be able to keep hold of this position? It looks like he's a little bit too far back. So hopefully we can keep hold of it for now. And yes, we do keep hold of it. And now just a few more corners left in this race. But look at that, Verstappen gets a much better exit than we do there. Yeah, there's no gap for him to get past there, and he wisely pulls out of that one. But for Devon Butler, he takes an important win in this championship fight, whilst the 2 Red Bulls are scrapping over P5. Lando Norris, I don't know where he is. I don't think he's even in the points. So Lando Norris is all but out of this championship now. As we come round the last couple of corners, and we're going to take P5 here in this race. Verstappen is going to take P6. And yeah, we're actually quite happy with that. And another spin to end the race. Yeah. Well, let's see what the championship standings is looking like after that. It should be actually looking better for us. We gained points on Verstappen. I don't know how far behind Butler was. think Butler was actually in 4th, but he's no doubt got to be in 3rd now. I don't know where Lando Norris finished that race, but Lucas Weber 2nd, Hamilton 3rd. So Lucas Weber, if Alfa built a decent car at the start of the season, I think we'd have to worry about Weber a little bit more. But as it stands, Alfa have pretty much messed it up this season. So it was a good choice to leave him in the end, by the looks of it. But there you go, Giovinazzi in 10th, Lando Norris in 11th. So he missed out on points. So yeah, he went from pole position to finishing 11th. And we've got a 26-point lead over Verstappen. Butler's behind on 28 points behind. So it's close there between those two. Norris is 47 points behind, and yeah, he's slipping away from it now. And yeah, that's disappointing for him. We're leading the constructors, and hopefully we can keep hold of this constructors at the top. But I think Butler would have actually helped McLaren gain points on us, despite both of the Red Bulls scoring today. But there you go, that's going to be the end of the episode there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it today. Russia is next. I hope you join us there for that one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.